There have been a lot of rumors lately flying around about a possible Apple tablet computer. Now, of course, these are all just rumors at this point, and nobody really knows what's going on, or maybe how many of these are false and deliberately released by Apple to create buzz or whatever. But the rumors are interesting, and one of the questions that I think is essential to this whole product, and I may be way off base here even asking this question, but I've had this discussion with a few friends, and the big question to me about this new Apple tablet, and maybe if you're not totally familiar with it, the basic idea would be a 10-inch screen with no keyboard or anything like that. It would basically be like a giant iPod Touch that you would use your fingers on, just like the iPhone or iPod Touch. Okay, fine. The central question to me about this product is this going to be a big iPod Touch, or is it going to be a small tablet multi-touch computer? Now, let me explain a little bit more about what I see as perhaps the essential difference between those. I have an iPhone. I love the iPhone, but there are a lot of things the iPhone can't do simply because the apps don't exist. Some of them because they're not practical for the phone, some of them because there isn't a big enough market, etc. And I should mention here that I use the Mac not only for personal use but also for business use. So a lot of the things that are missing are probably some of the business applications that I might need. And I know there are some out there, but every business has their own particular needs. In any event, so if the 10-inch Apple tablet, for lack of a better product name, is essentially a big iPod Touch, this product will be virtually worthless to me. Not saying it would be worthless to anybody else, but it would not be very useful to me. I think it's a great size, and so I would love it if this 10-inch Apple tablet were an actual Mac, a real Mac computer that runs a full version of Mac OS X that has a dock and a menu bar and all those wonderful things and allows me to run anything I want, just like Mac OS X on my Mac. This to me would be a very useful product. One of the things that I was talking about also with this friend earlier was, when I travel right now, I take my MacBook and I take my iPhone. I mean, clearly I can't make phone calls on my MacBook. I could, I suppose, but it's just not quite the same. Just like the iPhone also provides lots of entertainment on a plane, for example. Whereas, I have to take the computer to do the business things that I need to do while I'm traveling. So really, I need both devices. I can't do with just one or the other for any great length of time. So, if we introduce this 10-inch Apple tablet, if it's essentially a big iPod Touch, I mean, maybe it's a cool product, maybe it's an ebook reader, or there's other things that are flying out there around about it. Okay, that's great, but in this case, I still have to take the iPhone for phone calls, and I still have to take my MacBook, and now I'm also carrying a 10-inch Apple tablet? I don't think so. Not very useful. Now, let's also consider the case where perhaps it's something more than that. It's an actual computer. Now, this is good because now I can take my iPhone for making my phone calls and just the tablet, which will also be better, for example, for games, as well as being able to do the things that I need to do for work. So to me, the tablet, at least to be, for me to have it be useful, would have to be an actual computer. Now, where I think things could get really interesting would be if the 10-inch tablet were also a phone. Now, there are rumors about, that it might be tied to a data plan, for roaming on the cell networks and getting data wherever you are, which I think is great, and there's rumors that might not be on AT&T. That isn't of particular interest to me. But imagine if this 10-inch Apple tablet were both, or actually all three, were a Mac and were the iPhone in addition to all the other things. So it doesn't fit in my pocket, but now I'm only taking one device, and 10 inches isn't so big. And it might be a little funny for phone calls. You'd probably want to use a headset. I think it would be a little weird holding this big 10-inch thing up to the side of your face. But I think that would be a really interesting product, would be this 10-inch form factor that does it all. And this also raises the issue of applications again. I think if again, I don't know what their target market might be for this, and again, this is a hypothetical product, but I suppose they could also do the best of both worlds, which would be to have an app store for easy distribution of smaller apps, things that people might want to use on a phone type device, even if it is a 10-inch phone, as well as a full Mac OS X device. I don't anticipate that this is something that is likely to happen. It seems that based on the history that Apple's going to have this be a specific product for a specific market and probably not going to make it this wide-ranging device. There have also been rumors that it will be the next big thing for music, with a bigger, or not music, but also movies, encompassing music and video and album art and other things that maybe we don't even have to discuss yet because they're of something brand new. I guess where I'm going with all this is I think there's a lot of directions that Apple can take for this tablet device if it does actually materialize, and I think it'll be interesting to see how they try to push it. I think it will cater to very different markets depending on how they do it. Again, I think for me it would have to be more like a Mac than an iPod Touch to be useful. But I can definitely see for, say, someone who's not using their computer for business, who does use it for internet, mail, photos, iMovie, those kinds of things, that a 10-inch iPod Touch, say with the camera, like the iPhone 3GS that can do both audio and video, would be a really compelling product. I just don't think that it would work for me because now I'm carrying around all kinds of things. So it will be interesting, and I just wanted to throw this out there. Maybe other people have some interesting ideas about this. But again, ideally for me, I think it would be really interesting to have this 10-inch device be everything. Be the phone, the iPod Touch, with whatever these additional things are that Apple might be working on for music and video, and also be a full Mac. That would be a really cool device, and all multi-touch. I think it would be without a CD drive, but they've already shown they can do that with the Air, so I don't think that would be a problem. Use some other computer or get an external. All it needs is a couple USB ports maybe, and we'd be on our way. So it'll be really interesting, I think, as this product launch comes nearer, assuming there actually is one. I mean, all the rumors are saying by sometime first half of 2010 we'll be seeing this. And it'll be really interesting to see what it is and how the market reacts and what kinds of success they have, and also whether they're using it as a replacement for an existing line of items or are going to use it as something new. And of course the other possibility is that they're going to create a whole new platform like they did with the iPhone. I mean, before the iPhone, nobody really envisioned essentially the computer that fit in your pocket. So who knows what they're going to do. There's lots of possibilities, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. Do you have ideas, wild ideas even, that Apple has been known to do some wild things in the past. So if you have ideas, I'd certainly love to hear them. Comments about what might be a useful device for you or a not useful device for you. I think these are all very interesting things. So maybe we'll hear from you. And until next time, take care and stay tuned to those rumor sites, and we'll see what comes down the pike. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.